Finding housing in San Marcos is no laughing joke, especially for those who are disabled. With this year's freshman class being the biggest enrollment Texas State has seen, it's getting harder to find places to fit students, and even harder for those who need accommodations.
Now, so this was about one semester into college when I finally got to meet with them. They told me that I would need to move, and so we ended up securing a different location. And I guess their basis for that was the fact that I did have a lot of medical supplies with me and medications that a roommate shouldn't have access to necessarily. And so they were concerned about the safety of that. That was just a little late. So at that point, I ended up having to move myself out. I think I was given a week from the day I found out I was supposed to move to a single apartment across the street, but there was no help moving. So I had to carry everything I had in the rain, across the street. And I feel like some assistance would have been helpful, as somebody who is disabled. And that was a little disheartening as well. But once I got to my single um, dorm, things were a lot better. But that was just, the beginning of the issues where I was like, wow, there's a lot of people who don't have any help with ODS, and it's very hard to get in touch with.
Cody Kerr, manager at the Outpost apartment complex, says people should have questions ready to ask when it comes to asking about apartment accommodations.
So if a resident who needs a disabled, reasonable accommodations, they just have to email their requests to us, so that way we can have all of that in writing. Most things are going to be immediately, we're able to just, our property manager, Jerry, will be able to approve that kind of stuff, such as if they need any hand railings installed, we can do that prior to their move-in. Anything more extreme than that is, again, something we have to just send to our corporate office so we can hire some vendors and things like that to make any more intense structural changes. We haven't had many of those in our time as an apartment complex, but most of the reasonable accommodations we were able to just approve on-site level.
This is Reese Young for Multimedia Journalism.